Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, the Studio Race. Listen guys, this I guess part 2 of installing floors, floating floors. My first part, I showed you how to lay down the underlayment, just certain tips for the beginners. Alright, so this is the follow-up video to that video. Alright, as you can see, what you're going to be seeing guys, I finally got my floors down. Alright, and it came out pretty good, I must admit. I'm very happy with the installation. So this video is for beginners. I'll give you some information to help you with your installation. All right, if your first time putting this down and you're doing your research, this is what this video about. All right, thank you for joining me. Please consider hitting that subscription button, the like button, and let's get into the video. Well, let's start off things you're gonna need. All right, you're gonna need a hammer. That's one thing. You're gonna need 2 pieces of equipment. You need a tapping block and a pull bar. Now I'll put a link below on what you can pick up. You don't have to spend a lot of money on these things. All right, I bought this about 10 years ago when I installed my first floating floor in my basement, and kept them and used them for this project. So they're very inexpensive. Along when you pick these up, some of them they'll give you the hammer with it, and you're gonna need spacers. And the spacers I have 2 sizes here. Mine came with one side is 2 millimeter, and the other side is 5 millimeter. So depending on how much of a gap you want from the walls, you pick up the millimeter that you want. All right. In my installation, I use a 2 millimeter gap from the wall, so that's what you're gonna need. Again, I'll put a link below on this stuff that you need. You're gonna need a tape measure, of course. All right, make sure you get a good tape measure, and you're gonna need maybe a carpenter square or some type of square, something straight edge to cut your edges. All right, and of course you're gonna need a pencil. Now once you have that, you can either cut this on with a circular saw or a table saw. In my case, I have both. So I ended up cutting all my floors on my table saw. It gave me a nice clean edge. I used a finishing blade when I cut it my edges to give me that nice crisp edge. All right. So that's what I did, and that's it. Those are the basic tools you're gonna need. Number 2 or number 3, depending on how you label this, you're gonna need a plan. All right. When I say we're gonna need a plan, you're gonna have to decide where you're gonna start laying your first row.
Show you what I'm talking about as far as sketching up your floors, and this is what my wife was able to do for me. All right, and granted, I had kind of advantage because she is a designer, a professional designer, and she's very fluent in AutoCAD. So I had the opportunity to tap her expertise in installing this floor. And as you can see, as I demonstrated in my video, that it's very important to figure out what your starting point. And as you can see here, we was going at this project on 2 different locations. Here is where my fireplace is, and indicating the starting points. Now she took the measurements of each plank. This is your full length, that is your half length, and that's your quarter length. And usually these come pre-cut already in the box, so it gives you an idea how your floor is going to lay out. And this is the design we decided to go with. So if you're able to do something like this, or in SketchUp, or just on a graph paper, this was very valuable to me because it gave me a visual reference on how the floors should come out. And I was looking for, again, that end piece, and the end piece required a thin cut on this side, and this is ideal because my furniture, my couch, tables, and everything is going to be hiding that, and you wouldn't even see it. And actually, when I did my trim mode, it just went over it, so you definitely don't see it. To show you also, initially I was going to start on this end, near my back door, and again it showed me the layout And here, as you can see, I was ending with some small cuts on it, and that's again, it's important was for me to figure out what was the focus point. And our focus point again, it was around that TV, our fireplace, and when you walk into a location, that's where your eye's gonna go. So again, it gave some reference. Excuse me, it gave me some reference. So it didn't make sense to put it over here because again, our furniture. So again, when you decide to put your stuff in, your floors in, is if you're not able to do this, always start in the corner that you think is the most important, that your eye's gonna go to. Now, if all the corners is gonna be covered by furniture, then I guess it really doesn't matter. It's a mute issue. But if you do have a focus point in your room, start, in my opinion, start with a full cut in that particular corner and work your way out. And if there's any small cuts, usually it'll be on the opposite side. So I hope that makes sense to you. I just want to bring this to you on how I did it and the reason why I did it a certain way. So, and that's it. So let me continue on with the video. And again, I hope this helps you on your installation. So let's continue on.
That's the tip I want to give you guys, all right? Decide where you want to lay your first row. And usually there'll be a corner that your eye is going to go to first, all right, as you walk into the room. Start in that corner and then go out, all right, if it makes sense in your situation. Every room is different. Everything's how you want to lay it is very important to your layout, all right? And that's that. So once you decide that, it's just very easy. Usually you'll start with a full row, then a half row, and the cut or end on the opposite end, if that makes sense to you. And that's pretty much it, guys. And just take your time. When you lay down these floors, make sure you're getting a good cut, a good connection. Use this, tap it in, and just go with it, all right? Check out the rest of the video, how I'm laying it down. I'll do some pauses. I'll show you how I'm installing it. And that's pretty much it, guys. It's not that hard. It's very easy. And you know what? You'll save you a lot of money in installation costs. All right, guys. And I hope those tips help you, all right? Any questions, hit me up in the comments. Again, I'll put a link down below on this or these type of tools that you may need, all right? And again, if you tap on that link, you decide to buy anything, I do get a little kickback for Amazon being an affiliate. It helps to grow the channel. It's a penny on the dollar, and I really appreciate it. All that will help me to continue to bring more content to you guys, all right? Guys, again, thank you for joining me in Studio Rays. Let's get into the video. Alright guys, here's a tip for you guys. Alright, this is for the beginners. Alright, when you're laying down your floating floor, and I'm pretty sure you know when you buy these, there's a piece in here that has to click on the following piece. Alright, so when you get to the corner, you have to make sure you use that piece. That piece is supposed to click in. Now, to get the measurements, to do this, all right, it's very easy. What you do, this piece is going to click in here. All you're going to do is turn this piece, face it toward the wall, all right? And I have my little spacer. This is 2 millimeter spacer. Butt it against, all right? Right next to it. And what you do, you simply should have a carpenter square, all right? And all you're going to do is just pretty much just simply line it up to the edge here, all right? And once you get to that edge, you just mark it on that piece that you want to cut. All right? And it's going to look something like this. This part here is going into this part here, and you just make your line. And when you cut it, it accounts for this little piece that you have to slip in. All right? And that's pretty much it. That's the easiest way to do it. Well, that's the way I'm doing it. I don't know if there's a different way the professional do it, but that's how I find it easier to get the proper measurement. Take it, flip it around, butt it against, have a carpenter square, line it up to this edge here, and that's it. Cut it. Once you cut it, you'll have your little bar here that you'll tap this in, and that's it, and you're done. All right, so I just want to bring that little tip to you for your beginners. All right, let me continue on with this project. First tip before you lay your boards, make sure you examine it. All right, make sure all your pieces are intact. All right, the connection points. Make sure in your floors none of the finishing is peeling off. All right, so just want to make sure you before you put this board down that it's a good piece of board. Because some pieces will be defective in your box. Not many, but some. So just make sure you inspect it before you put it down. Number two, again, just like anything else, you're gonna come up, tilt it, and you get it started. And you're gonna butt the further edge against the one that you already laid down. You pretty much gonna lay it down like that. All right. So once you got it down, all right, you're gonna take your block, and that's with your block. As you can see, it has these little grooves here. See that groove there? All right. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna push down your board, lay your block right next to it and butt against it. All right? That's simple. And as you can see, the block now matches that groove. And all you're gonna do is take your hammer and tap it. And you're gonna see the seam between this board and this board come together. And that's when you know you got a nice tight fit. And you're gonna come down the board and just tap it. So you get by the connecting piece. Now once that's done, now I got a tight seam. You're just gonna go to the end. Again, butt it against here, this end. And you're gonna tap it. Now, before you tap it, you need to examine your connecting point. Let me show it to you guys. All right. Now this was connect. Now you know you're gonna have a little play here. You want to make sure this piece is underneath this piece before you tap it. Because if it's above and you tap it, you may damage the end of your board. So just make sure this is down. Sometimes what I do before I tap it, I'll put my foot on it. And then I'll reach over here and tap it in. Just to keep it in plane. In the same plane, if that makes sense to you guys. All right? So let me continue on. Get this tapped in. Again, guys, this is just a tip for the beginners who never done this before. So they're looking for every bit of information that might help them. Excuse me, guys, I just want to get a better angle so you see what I'm doing. All right, now I got it tapped down. Put the board. I put my foot at the end right here just to hold that down. You get a couple of taps. You'll see the board shift. And I'll come back, check my gap, and it looks good. And that's it. That's the most simplest way to break it down, how you put that board in. All right, again, boards in there 2-way studio raise. This is a tip for the beginners. As you can see, my floor is coming out very nice. Most important thing is preparation. I have a nice, level, clean subfloor. This goes down real nice, real quick with really no problems. All right, that's the most important. You got a bummy subfloor or messed up subfloor and it's not leveled and clean, what have you, you're gonna have problems with putting this in. And that's pretty much it. I just want to bring that to you. Let's get back into the video.